Larry Bird, one of the greatest legends in Boston Celtics history, has recently dropped a bombshell comment that's been stirring the entire basketball world. According to Bird, the current head coach of the Celtics, Joe MAZZULLA, doesn't have the group anymore. This blunt statement has caused waves of speculation, rumors, and tension around the team and their future. Bird's remarks suggest a fundamental disconnect between MAZZULLA and the Celtics roster, sparking questions about whether the coach still commands the respect and authority needed to lead such a storied franchise. Fans, analysts, and insiders are all buzzing, trying to piece together what Bird really meant by that and what might come next for Boston. The Celtics, a team with a proud history of success, appear to be at a crossroads, and Bird's statement has only amplified the drama. Is it just frustration from a Celtics legend who wants to see better results? Or is this a sign of deeper, more serious issues within the team's leadership and locker room dynamics? The timing couldn't be more sensitive, with the season in full swing and expectations sky high. The pressure cooker that is Boston is now boiling over, and everyone's watching closely for the next move. Joe Mazzulla's position as head coach has always been under intense scrutiny, especially after taking over mid-season last year under difficult circumstances. Many saw his rise as a fresh breath of air, an opportunity for the Celtics to rebuild and reshape their identity. However, Larry Bird's recent statement casts a shadow over that optimism, implying that Mazzulla's relationship with the players may be deteriorating rapidly. Bird's choice of words, "doesn't have the group anymore," hints that Mazzulla may have lost the locker room, a phrase that in sports often means players no longer buy into the coach's system or leadership. This could translate into issues like lack of discipline, inconsistent performances, or even internal factions forming within the team. If true, this would be disastrous for a franchise like Boston, where unity and collective effort have been the pillars of past success. Fans are now left to wonder whether the Celtics front office will intervene to save Mazzulla, or if Bird's comments mark the beginning of the end for the young coach. The rumor mill is running wild, and nobody can say for sure what's fact and what's speculation. Adding fuel to the fire is the timing of Bird's critique. The Celtics are currently navigating a challenging stretch in the NBA season, with critical games that could define their playoff positioning and overall trajectory. Larry Bird, known for his competitive fire and no-nonsense attitude, might be signaling that immediate change is needed if the Celtics want to stay competitive at the highest level. His words could be read as a wake-up call to the organization, urging them to reassess their strategy before it's too late. There is talk that the locker room atmosphere has been tense for weeks, with whispers of discontent from key players who might feel frustrated by the team's direction under Mazzulla. This has led to speculation that veteran players are pushing for a change in coaching, and Bird's public statement only amplifies the possibility. The Celtics front office is reportedly monitoring the situation closely, but no official word has been released yet. This silence is making fans even more anxious, wondering if the pressure will force drastic moves behind the scenes. Some insiders suggest that Bird's criticism could be a strategic move designed to shake things up. Larry Bird, after all, has immense influence within the Celtics organization and NBA circles in general. His public comments might be intended to motivate Mazzulla, the players, and the management to address the growing issues head-on. This theory posits that Bird isn't calling for an outright firing, but rather pushing everyone involved to raise their game and get the group back on track. However, the other side of the coin is that Bird's words might have already done damage to Mazzulla's standing within the team and the organization. When a figure as revered as Bird publicly questions a coach's ability to lead, it can undermine that coach's authority and credibility. The next few weeks could prove pivotal in determining whether Mazzulla can reclaim the group's trust or if the Celtics will start exploring other coaching options. Rumors of potential candidates being scouted have begun to surface, adding another layer of intrigue to this unfolding drama. Complicating matters is the Celtics' recent performance, which has been inconsistent at best. Although the team has undeniable talent, there have been noticeable struggles with cohesion and execution on the court. Critics argue that these issues stem from coaching decisions and a lack of clear direction. Bird's comments may reflect a growing impatience with the status quo, highlighting the disconnect between the players' capabilities and their actual performance under MAZZULLA. Fans have expressed mixed reactions on social media, with some defending the coach and others agreeing that a change is necessary to unlock the team's full potential. The media landscape is buzzing with speculation that the Celtics might be heading toward a coaching shakeup as early as this season's trade deadline. If true, this would send shockwaves throughout the NBA, as Boston is typically seen as a stable franchise with long-term plans. Bird's statement, whether intentionally or not, has opened the door for all these possibilities to be debated openly. There is also chatter that the pressure inside the Celtics locker room is spilling over into player relationships and morale. When a coach loses the group, it can mean fractured communication, diminished motivation, and a toxic environment that undermines performance. Some sources hint at frustration boiling beneath the surface among key figures like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who are supposed to be the team's leaders. If these stars are indeed dissatisfied with MAZZULLA's leadership, it could accelerate the push for change. Meanwhile, younger players may feel caught in the middle, uncertain about the team's future and their roles within it. Bird's comment might have been meant to shine a light on these internal struggles, but it also serves to raise more questions about the Celtics' ability to stay united through adversity. The upcoming games will be crucial in revealing whether the group can come back together or if the cracks will widen further. Speculation is now at an all-time high, with rumors flying about behind-the-scenes meetings and possible interventions by the Celtics management. Lastly, it's important to remember that coaching in the NBA is a high-pressure job with little room for error, especially in a city like Boston where expectations are sky-high. Larry Bird's statement, while startling, might simply be a reflection of the harsh reality coaches face when results don't meet standards. The Celtics have a rich legacy of excellence, and anything less is seen as unacceptable by fans and legends alike. Whether Joe MAZZULLA can weather this storm and prove Bird wrong remains to be seen. What is certain is that the Celtics organization is now under immense scrutiny, and every decision made in the coming weeks will be analyzed in light of Bird's explosive comment. The rumor mill is spinning fast, and one thing is clear. The pressure in Boston has reached a boiling point, and nobody is immune to the fallout. Adding to the suspense, whispers from inside the Celtics camp suggest that some of the team's star players might be quietly voicing their concerns about the current coaching situation. Reports claim that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the team's cornerstone stars, are frustrated with the lack of progress and cohesion under MAZZULLA's leadership. While these reports remain unconfirmed, they are consistent with Bird's assertion that the coach doesn't have the group anymore. If these rumors hold any truth, it would signal a significant internal rift that could force management's hand. The pressure from key players is often a decisive factor in coaching changes, especially in high-stakes markets like Boston. The speculation about player-coach dynamics has intensified conversations on sports networks and social media, with fans debating whether MAZZULLA can salvage the season or if a fresh voice is needed to steer the team back on course. Meanwhile, some insiders suggest that Larry Bird's comments might be part of a broader strategy to instigate change without outright calling for a firing. Bird's influential position within the Celtics organization and his relationship with management could mean that he is deliberately signaling a need for improvement to prompt internal adjustments. This scenario implies that Bird wants to jolt the team into action, hoping MAZZULLA can regain control and rebuild trust with the players. However, others argue that such public criticism risks undermining the coach's authority and could accelerate calls for his dismissal. The debate about Bird's intentions has become a hot topic among NBA insiders, with some seeing it as tough love and others viewing it as a sign that the end is near for MAZZULLA. Whatever the truth, Bird's statement has undeniably raised the stakes for everyone involved. The Celtics' recent form on the court provides some context to the mounting pressure on MAZZULLA. Despite boasting a talented roster, the team has struggled with consistency, often falling short in crucial moments. Analysts point to questionable tactical decisions and a lack of clear leadership as factors contributing to these struggles. Bird's blunt assessment might reflect frustration with these ongoing issues, highlighting the gap between potential and performance. Social media is flooded with fans calling for change, while some defend the coach and emphasize patience. The media narrative increasingly focuses on the possibility of a mid-season coaching change, with speculation intensifying around when and how this might happen. The Celtics' upcoming schedule, packed with high-profile matchups, is now viewed as a critical test for MAZZULLA's future. A string of losses could trigger a seismic shift in Boston's coaching situation. Behind the scenes, tensions reportedly run high in the Celtics locker room. Sources close to the team suggest that divisions have emerged, with players struggling to align behind MAZZULLA's leadership. This kind of atmosphere can be toxic, leading to poor performances and growing unrest. Bird's remark about the coach not having the group anymore seems to confirm these rumors. If veteran leaders like Tatum and Brown are indeed losing faith, it would represent a major problem for the franchise's long-term ambitions. The team's younger players are reportedly caught in a difficult spot, unsure of their roles and the team's direction. Rumors hint at secret meetings between players and front office executives, possibly discussing ways to address the crisis. This undercurrent of unease adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. The potential consequences of a coaching change at this stage are vast. While a new coach could inject fresh energy and ideas into the Celtics, there are risks associated with mid-season transitions. Changing leadership could disrupt team chemistry further or take time to yield results, something the pressure cooker environment in Boston may not tolerate. Yet, the alternative, maintaining the status quo amid growing dissatisfaction, could lead to an even worse outcome. The Celtics front office is reportedly weighing these factors carefully, aware that the decisions made now will shape the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Fans and commentators are divided on whether coaching change would be beneficial or premature. The swirling rumors make it clear that Boston is at a critical juncture. One particularly intriguing rumor involves possible candidates being considered as replacements for MAZZULLA. Names such as veteran NBA assistants and former head coaches with experience leading successful teams have been mentioned quietly in conversations. The Celtics' history and stature attract top-tier coaching talent, and speculation about who might step in if MAZZULLA is let go is rampant. Whether the team looks inside for an interim solution or makes a bold move for a high-profile figure remains unclear. The intrigue around these potential candidates has sparked lively debates among fans, with opinions varying widely. This coaching carousel rumor only adds to the sense that a dramatic change might be imminent. Boston's basketball community is holding its breath, waiting to see how this story unfolds. Adding a broader perspective, some analysts see Bird's comments as a symptom of the high-pressure nature of coaching in the NBA today. Coaching is often a results-driven business, and public criticism from legends or front office figures can signal that patience is running thin. The Celtics, with their rich tradition and championship aspirations, have little tolerance for mediocrity. Bird's blunt assessment might simply reflect this reality, reminding everyone that leadership must be dynamic and effective. Whether MAZZULLA can adapt and meet these demands is the big question. The Celtics' current turbulence might be part of a necessary growing pain or the start of a deeper crisis. In either case, Bird's statement has undeniably sparked a firestorm of rumors and speculation about the future of coaching in Boston. Finally, the Celtics fans and the NBA world at large are bracing for what could be a defining moment in this season's narrative. Larry Bird's explosive comment has opened a Pandora's box of speculation, rumors, and possibilities. Will Joe MAZZULLA survive this storm, or is Boston on the verge of a major shakeup? How will the players respond? What moves will the front office make? These questions dominate conversations across platforms as the drama continues to unfold. The Celtics, a franchise steeped in history and expectation, find themselves at a pivotal crossroads. The coming weeks promise to be some of the most scrutinized and talked about in recent memory. One thing is clear. Boston's basketball story is entering a new and unpredictable chapter. As the rumors continue to swirl around Joe MAZZULLA's future, another angle gaining traction involves the role of the Celtics front office in this brewing storm. Sources close to the organization suggest that the management team is under immense pressure to act decisively. With Larry Bird's comments amplifying the scrutiny, executives might be considering not only a coaching change, but also broader shifts in team strategy and personnel. The Celtics are known for their meticulous planning, and any decision regarding MAZZULLA will likely be weighed against long-term goals and the immediate need to keep the team competitive. This dual challenge of balancing short-term fixes with future ambitions is making the decision-making process incredibly complex. Fans are eagerly awaiting some sign of clarity or an official statement, but the silence only adds fuel to the speculation. The front office's next moves will be critical in defining the direction of the franchise. Meanwhile, the media spotlight on Boston has never been more intense. Every game, practice, and press conference is being dissected for clues about the internal dynamics hinted at by Bird's statement. Reporters and analysts are combing through interactions between players and the coaching staff, searching for signs of cracks or solidarity. Social media platforms are buzzing with passionate debates, memes, and fan theories, turning the situation into a viral topic well beyond typical sports coverage. This level of public attention can be a double-edged sword. It keeps pressure high on the team to perform and make decisive moves, but it also risks distracting players and staff from focusing on basketball. How the Celtics handle this media frenzy may be as important as their on-court performance in determining whether they can weather the storm. Lastly, some insiders speculate that if a coaching change does happen, the timing could be sooner than most expect. Mid-season firings, while disruptive, are not uncommon in the NBA, especially when playoff hopes and franchise reputation are on the line. There's talk that the Celtics might wait until a natural break in the schedule or after a key upcoming game to announce any moves, aiming to minimize disruption. Alternatively, if tensions escalate quickly, the decision could come abruptly, catching many by surprise. This unpredictability only heightens the drama surrounding Boston's basketball scene right now. Whatever unfolds, the Celtics fans and the entire league are bracing for a dramatic chapter that could redefine the team's identity and ambitions for years to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.